What's up? It's your boy Carcino, man, and let's get into this Allen Iverson situation. Allen Iverson, as of today, has told people, and I guess he's told the Big Three organization by now that, you know, um, he had a illness with a child. So, the league wants to investigate it because Sunday night he was in a casino here by the crib, my house, up there at Rosemont, doing what he do, up there at Rivers, getting it in. He went to the sugar factory. He was spotted all through Rosemont. And I don't blame him for nothing that he's doing over there. I mean, that's what you do. You got money, you feel like hanging out, probably want to play some blackjack and get it in, and that's what he decided to do. He's Allen Iverson. But this was an opportunity for Allen Iverson to clean his name up. They mention Allen Iverson as the guy who blew it. Like, oh, Allen Iverson had the whole league. He did this and that, and he just threw it all away. His NBA career, he just ruined it towards the end. So this was a way for him to turn it around and put a big spin on everything, and you know take away that negative stigmata that was on him, of him being the troubled guy. People can remember him for all the greatness that he did in the NBA. And all the controversy stuff can go to the wayside. And Allen was back. So when they was like, we got the big three and Allen Iverson's gonna play in the big three, everybody was like, yes, Allen Iverson's back. We get some of the young kids that heard about him, they never seen Allen Iverson really be Allen Iverson. They were little kids. They've heard about it. That's how long it's been. Like, it's been 20 years since he did the move on Michael Jordan. When he gave him the rock and hit the shot over Mike, you know, that was 20 years ago. People could see it now because of YouTube, but they never really got a chance to see Allen Iverson. And the fact that they get to see Allen Iverson go play a game, that's inspiring for them, to get to meet Allen Iverson and see him in person. So I was more hurt than anything. I was like, oh no, come on, Iverson. Because, I want him to win. I root for Allen Iverson. Like I really want him to win. Like, this is like somebody I looked up to as a basketball player because a lot of people gravitated towards Kobe. Kobe had all the press. Kobe was, dating Brandy, took her to prom. They gravitated towards him. He was going to be a Laker. Allen Iverson was the troubled Georgetown player going to Philadelphia. And that was it. What is he gonna do for Philly? And immediately, as soon as he hit the court, pow, like lightning in the bottle, the whole game was changed. And now to see him at this point, I just hope this whole situation gets fixed. It's blown over. People just making a mountain out of a molehill, but because of Iverson's past history, and then the connection with a casino, he went out all night and he couldn't make the flight. The thing is, he didn't tell anybody. It's like when you don't tell somebody something, it's more like you're hiding something. You didn't want to talk to them because they would have sensed you were probably drunk or you've been partying all night and didn't want to show up to the event. Didn't feel like going. And these people pay you to be there. So there's a financial obligation. So now the big three and Fox, who have a contract with the Big Three, are now going to be investigating why Allen Iverson wasn't at the game, why Allen Iverson didn't check in. Because that could create a bigger problem. It could be people like, look, this is false advertising. You guys said Allen Iverson and all of them there. We didn't get a warning saying that Allen Iverson wasn't going to be here. We felt like we've been robbed. And some of the games, he's just coaching. He's not even playing anymore. Like his return back to Philly, everybody thought Allen Iverson would play, and he just coached. You know, it's like, well, what's going on here, really? It's Allen Iverson, man. You know, I hope it was just an illness with a child, and that's what he was, mainly focused on. And this whole thing gets fixed, man. You just want to see Allen Iverson do the best he can, and just rebound. So hopefully the people in the public is making this bigger than what it is. But no matter what, you got to check in. If something happened with your kid, you let them know, hey, I can't come in. Something happened with my child. You don't wait till the next day after everything's over and go, hey, something happened to my child, so I couldn't talk. That's just, it looks bad. And I mean, at this point in his age, he should know better. That's all I'm saying. I'm out.